Well, Jason Goodman and his wife, Carol, were just offending people left and right, mostly Jason. But it just seemed like, I don't know if they did it on purpose or whatever. I think some things just were natural things that Jason does. The way he offended Squid is something he's done before. And it ended up probably offending the person they did it to.
And keep in mind that you guys went out on your own. Like, you wanted to go out together, right?
We did. Squid was by himself, and I felt bad for him. So he sat right next to me and Carol on our date night.
Yeah, it was.
Third wheeling it,
That
boy.
wasn't even his seat.
It was a great time.
Oh, it wasn't?
No.
Oh.
But he sat right, and then me and Carol moved over to the right. You moved over to the right. And
Oh, yeah, you did.
I didn't notice that. I'm like, what are they doing?
Well, I did realize
It wasn't
moving over
better.
to the right, I just saw a lot different. The stage looked different.
And you guys were at Stomp.
Yeah,
You
there
went
was
to
2
Stomp.
open seats.
Okay.
So we moved over to our row happened to be, it was a media section. I guess it was open seats.
And I got to talk to Jessica and everyone there. I'm sick and tired of looking at the back of Jason's head, meaning he has better seats than me.
No,
Why?
Your
Oh, yeah,
seats
my
were
seats are
good,
better than
though.
yours.
Your seats are
they
to
were
the right.
good. They were good, but you were like 4. I'm tired of it.
Maybe they'll put you in the back.
I'd say one out of every 10 plays, Jared has a better seat.
Yeah,
but
one.
9 out of 10 times, he's the furthest back of anybody.
I am.
That does, but
Well,
I think
maybe I don't
sometimes
respond
when
quick
you're
enough.
back a little bit, you get a better view of the stage.
The show was incredible. I paid attention, tried to pay attention with all the shenanigans that was going on. So apparently Josie was offended by something that Jason, you said to this is what she's claiming, that you said to her husband. You were calling him fat.
No, I'm not randomly calling him fat. We have this.
You gave your story.
We have discussed in the past, and Josie herself, how radical Matt goes through changes, whether he's running around. I mean, there was a point where I thought he was deathly ill because he was so skinny. And then, like, months later, all of a sudden, there is a huge change of weight. So we were kind of just talking about that.
Okay.
And then, of course, this is what I love. People hate when you say anything back if somebody makes fun of you for being short.
Did he do that?
Yeah, Matt, I don't know the exact words, but he said something about I can't see anything and I'm short. So I said, well, if you put me sideways, I'm about the same height as you wider. So I hit back.
Nice.
But it's okay that I'm short.
If the floodgates have been opened,
And then he did take out his belly, and it was
took out his belly. What does that mean?
instinctively shocking my reaction. How big his belly got, because
This is
a year
so
ago
uncomfortable.
a year ago his bones were popping through.
I missed all this. This was after Stomp.
Well, you did not see his belly. Is that what
Or
you're
when
saying?
was it after Stomp you called him fat?
I didn't.
Or he's
say,
wider than he is tall, or than you are tall?
When
Yeah,
did he
yeah,
pull
yeah.
his belly out?
Yeah,
Yeah,
when did that happen?
When was the gut exposed?
In fact, if you really want to know, I was avoiding any type of connection because I know what ends up happening is if we go to the club, it's Carol and I and Squid's cool hang. So he can come along. Plus, I felt bad he had nobody to go with. He was supposed to have a guy to go with or something. I was like, if Josie comes, then I'm going to have to be on edge the whole time. Because the whole time, Josie films you the entire time in these clips,
Yeah, I don't like
trying
that.
to get you.
You're just trying to let your hair down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then hypocrite Jason does that all the time. Tries to-
I wish
Hardly.
we
I
didn't
saw
have the
you
phones.
running around keeping a phone away from Nathan. We were in Savannah. Like running around calling his contacts and stuff. I mean, don't act like. And then as soon as I walk in, yes, Anna. I got back with
I'm talking
Anna.
about Josie.
Hold on,
and
I got back
Axel.
with Anna.
Yes.
And we've been on and off multiple times, and sometimes it could be a couple times in a week. But I told you guys that's we're going together. Anyway, we're trying to figure it out. As soon as I show up, Jason's like, "Oh, let's get a picture of the couple, the happy couple." And he's like doing videos. I mean,
That's funny.
He's doing a trolling, like bullying type thing.
No, but there's a reason why randomly that night I'm like,
You knew it wasn't a surprise. I told you.
no, but there's a reason why I'm doing it. I'm like, it's just because the whole scenario has been bizarre.
There was a lot of information
on
that
and
day.
off.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been a
so
lot of on and
yes.
off.
I
yeah.
did take a picture of you guys. I
No,
thought
like
it was
7.
funny.
No,
the
you're
same
taking
picture.
You're like taking a video. I'm like, okay. We've
it's
never
just-
done. Have you ever done that? You walk up and Jason,
No.
let me take a picture of the couple.
No.
Right, exactly. I don't
No.
typically take pictures. That's the biggest complaint that I get from my wife.
Yeah.
He's
Pictures
like,
and videos.
He's turning over a new leaf. He's
Yeah,
photographing
really.
everything.
So when that came, I'm like, yeah, let me take the picture.
Yeah. Okay. And so I was initially offended because I'm like, okay, I know you're trolling. You think whatever. I never did it to you. If you're having an issue, I never when y'all showed up. Hey, look at the happy couple. you know, it's an a-hole thing to do.
Then it's also awkward because then you have to like explain to Anna like why,
Well, I
and
walk
that's
up
weird.
and Carol
but
and Matt are laughing, looking at us. So I'm like, that's nice. I've never done that to them. I would never. It's so.
We
just-
would
Matt explained what was happening.
do you
but-
see the hazards of dating and being married to us? This
Yes.
is what happens.
and telling your coworkers anything off the air?
That's on you, boy.
Yeah.
That's on
I'm
you.
gonna stop. I'm gonna do what lots of people here have done. They just hide it for years, and then okay, I'm gonna start doing the lasagna thing that Matt does.
Yeah.
All right, so you offended, taking the videos, and I don't like that either. When you're out and you don't know somebody's just filming you.
I just want to have the phones put away.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's just
Just
have fun.
like just
if
be
you wanna
in the
do
moment.
If you want to do a group selfie,
Sure.
If you look at how many times, and you saw some of the videos, I put my hand up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you not see it? It was
Like a- you're a
and my
paparazzi.
hand- I'm like, I want to sing Bon Jovi "Living on a Prayer." Like, I want to sing it because the band was playing Bon Jovi "Living on a Prayer." And I was really getting into it with my moves.
Yeah.
Sometimes
But you can't.
when I see the video after my moves, I'm like, God, that doesn't look good.
Yeah.
It's not good. And then who knows when I'm going to do something idiotic. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't want it. So I'm on edge the whole time what she's filming. And usually you're filming the worst parts.
Yes.
Well, then, if like Squid, even if I did it, I wouldn't, I would never post it or try to use it. Like, you know what I mean?
then I don't even want to have it.
No, it's
because I've seen some real cringe videos
Yes.
of me dancing, and I'm like, please
Can you-
stop it. I'm in the
Right.
moment.
That
Oh,
was
yeah,
the
when
one
you were dancing
video
the
I
WAP
did.
with Josie.
I have one video. And I don't know if I took it or I got it from somebody. I have one video of Katie dancing, and I showed her. She hated it, right?
I hate every second
love
of it.
it. I love it.
No.
And
That's
it
great.
wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it is. It's but you know how you feel.
It wasn't
how
bad.
you
You know,
feel
yes,
is
how you
like
feel.
I'm in the moment. I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a great time, and
you have to
now
worry
I
about-
have to relive the cringe, and I don't want to.
And even if it's not for the post, it's like, great. Still, there's going to be 5 or 6 people going to see this.
Well,
And I just don't look good. And I'm the whole time I'm like, "Where's Josie? Where's Josie?" I can't concentrate on the songs. I have to concentrate what Josie's filming.
How are you supposed to dance on rhythm with all this going
I
on?
can't
Yeah.
or sing or do my John Bon Jovi moves.
And you know who's losing out? Everyone around you. 'cause
Yeah.
they're not getting the full show. Maybe you just do it to me, Jason, because I remember we're at Myrtle Beach on that cruise, and you're taking pictures of me and then sending it to the group every Tuesday. I'm like, where is Jason? And where is he getting these pictures from?
You were on the
I was
sneak.
getting him from Carol. She was sending him to me.
Carol was taking them.
Yes.
And then I found out, and it's not all against Jason, but this is what happened. Is Jason is a freaking snitch. If he's in the mafia, he'd be murdered in 2 seconds.
What happened?
So we're watching the show.
Stomp.
And it's loud, and the talent is just insane. I've seen it before, but I didn't remember how. I don't even know how these people do this. It's just, it's really, really great show. And the one time it's quiet, there's not banging drums and people standing on trash cans. We just hear super loud, and it was. Then I saw giggling with Squid and Jason, and then it was made known to us that someone said Carol farted.
Oh.
Yeah. Now she is going to come in here and
My.
murder you all. But
So I texted in the group, oh my gosh, Carol farted at Stomp when it was super quiet.
Yeah.
And then Jason, then I get a text from Carol, it's like, thanks a lot, Jared. And I saw Jason show her the text that I sent to the group.
yes,
Oh.
because this is what happened.
Oh.
I turn around and it was silent. I go, "You just farted." And she goes, "No, I didn't."
No, I
said, "No, you farted." She goes, "No, that was my heel." I'm like, "Well, it sounded like a fart." And then all of a sudden, Jared texts that. I'm like, "They heard the
See?
fart. It's a fart. It was my heel."
Back up for once.
I'm not the only one. Not a snitch. He was trying to back you
Because
up.
we were 4 rows behind, and we all were like, okay, somebody up there farted. It was super loud.
Oh my gosh.
But she will say it's her heel because it happened again. I heard it again. So she goes on record, but I don't know the truth. I'm just going to go with she farted.
And I felt
She
like,
will go with without a doubt it was the heel.
Did it stink?
Fresh
Anything
off a
stink?
turd.
Oh,
Fresh off a turd.
that-
what do you think,
Hands
Squid?
down.
You're sitting right next to her.
Did it smell bad?
Oh, well, you're 2
yeah,
seats
Jason
away.
was between us. Yeah, it smelled rancid.
Oh,
I didn't see it. I didn't
no.
smell anything. And I will tell you this:
No, I'm
when she
making that
does
up.
fart,
Oh.
But
yeah,
Yeah.
when she does fart, you know that's the problem.
That's what she kept saying.
And
She's
she
like,
even
if-
said it. She's
Yeah.
like, "No, you'll know when I do because it's." When I was sleeping in a deep sleep one time, she did a silent one, and the smell actually woke me up. I didn't know that was possible.
I think she eats a lot of protein, and the
Whatever
protein,
it is.
the protein
And that-
will give it to
and
you.
that wasn't. There was no scent, so it could have been a
Could have been her shoe.
clean one. It could have been a shoe, but I'll just go with the fart.
Okay. It's better that way.
But
But she didn't like it, boy. When we were all calling
Would
her out.
you? I wouldn't like it either.
But in that moment, it seemed like someone farted.
It seemed like it for sure.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I feel like I know let's just say I'm going to be on Carol's side and just say it's her shoe.
It's a heel
I
to the.
know that sound, like where it kind of skids across
Yes,
the floor.
that's
I know
exactly-
that. And you're like, oh my God, that was a really weird
I
sound.
just went
Yeah.
out loud with it though.
Uh-huh.
I just turned in front of everybody and said, "You just farted."
It is so hard not to laugh.
I thought it was part of the show. I'm like, wow, what a percussionist. All right, so Jason, Squid, how did he offend you?
Yes. So after the show, Stomp, we went to 113, the bar downtown.
With the rooftop, right?
Yeah, the rooftop. And of course, Jason does his trademarked pointing. His pointing.
Explain to people who are new to the show.
Yeah,
that was
so-
when we first got there.
Yeah. So what Jason does is when if he's with a single friend like I was.
You don't have to be single. I was married before and he did it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, yeah.
At
so when-
Creed or whatever, or
If you're
whatever it
just
was.
Yeah.
with Jason.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have to be a friend either.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. That's true. Jason will point at you, and then he'll find someone else in the room. Normally, someone of the opposite sex who's the most unattractive person he can find.
Not all the time.
And points at them, and then just tries to make it as awkward as possible until the other person notices that they're being pointed at, and then Jason's pointing at you, and then he's trying to force some type of social interaction.
Yeah. But he
And-
never picks an
I
attractive
did
person.
once later on that Squid either got turned down by or chicken died. I can't remember.
Oh no. Well.
I did, but go ahead with this.
Oh yes. And
I wanted to make it up to him because the earlier was really bad and I didn't realize it, so I wanted to make it up.
What
to
made
Squid.
it so bad?
What was so bad?
I mean, not to be mean, but she was just not the most attractive lady at all
okay.
whatsoever.
I heard she was handicapped.
Yeah,
I
think she might have been handicapped, and I did not realize that at the time.
That's why you don't do the pointing game.
But regardless, she was.
and I felt bad, so I pointed like I was pointing behind her when she looked, because I just noticed at the last second I was not. That was too much.
I see.
Yeah, you didn't know when you pointed.
didn't know. Okay.
But of
Yeah.
course, our luck.
Yeah.
One person.
My luck.
You're right.
Yes, and then I knew from that point on, Jason couldn't be trusted the rest of the night. Yeah, I was like, yeah.
But
did you
then
just-
some
go ahead.
girls, some single, smoking hot single girls started walking in there left and right, and I thought this is going to be heaven for Squid. This is going to be heaven for Squid, and there was a bunch of them right next to us. I think I did the pointing thing again, and I think that was after he just got rejected.
What? No, I just like talked to had a casual little chats with a couple.
What's your opening line to these ladies when it's you have Bon Jovi, you have Jason running around pointing and singing everywhere?
I talked to one, and she was like the calmest friend of the group, and her friends were wilding out. So I'm like tapped her. I'm like, so I guess you're the mom of the group. And she's like, yes. She like laughed and said, yeah.
Okay.
And so I talked to her a little bit, and then like as I'm talking, like Carol and Jason are like elbowing me in the side. I'm like, oh my, just relax, bro. I'm like, just let me do my thing.
As my husband has said in a text message when we were all in Savannah, and we sent him the video of you making out. He's like, let the man work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, what happened was earlier in the evening, we got there and it was freezing cold. Like Carol wanted to take an Uber to walk the 1 block, and so we waited triple amount of time when we just walked across the street inside the place.
Yep.
And so we're all bundled up. We walk inside the place and then we notice there's no coat check. There's no coat check, and it was really annoying because it started getting really busy. The place had a significant local band around here, Radio Revolver, I think the band was. So it was getting busy, and we're all sweating and with the jackets, and then you don't want to leave the jacket.
That's
and
the worst part about winter.
You're singing. So I offered to Squid. I said, Squid, if you be a human coat hanger type
Coat
thing,
rack?
coat
Yeah.
rack, coat check, whatever. I will buy all your beers for you.
Oh, wow.
As long as you don't drive.
What?
Oh yeah. So I took it. Yeah, I took him
So-
up on it. And I'm like, deal. Yeah.
So it was me. Carol's coat was hung on him. I told Matt to hang his coat on him. I told
Yeah.
other people, just hang your coat on him. I got a human coat rack.
I think I had 4 at once. Yeah.
And,
Were you getting hot?
Yeah, I was, but I had cold beer in my hand,
So
so
who
it was
cares?
fine. Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, it was fine.
But then all of a sudden he disappeared. I had no idea where the coats were, and he was in a pile of girls. So I'm like, oh, as soon as he's done, he doesn't give a crap and leaves our coats somewhere. We
I
can't
gave
find
him a Josie, and then just hope for the best. Yeah.
He got his free beers. What
And
does he
Squid,
care?
you left a little bit early from the group. Why?
Yes, I was. I met up with a lady friend. Yeah.
Oh.
That
So
wasn't a
not
lady
somebody
friend. That
that-
was a friend that I saw.
Well, no, yeah, my friend Dave showed up, and then I was messaging a lady friend on Instagram, and she was at a different bar, so met up with her at a different bar.
Oh, I got you.
So
Okay.
no single eligible ladies at the.
Yes, they were.
There
Well, no,
were, but-
there were definitely plenty there, but
You already were making plans.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's kind of like organically we started messaging, and I'm like, this is probably my best bet for the evening.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
then
then-
just like
Okay.
randomly talking to people.
And then, so it was Carol. He disappeared,
Mm-hmm.
and then Josie and Matt disappeared. Thank goodness.
Her,
Then-
Josie's husband, Matt. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And then we were like, I'm like, all right, well, you know what the best, most reliable thing to do right now?
Eat food.
No.
Oh, that's what that
I
would have been
went on
mine.
I went in orbits on my phone,
Uh-huh.
and I booked us a night at the Marriott. And let me just tell you something.
Moneybags Johnson.
Wow.
When you book a room at the last minute at the Marriott, it's not the cheapest.
It is.
No, it's
No, my
not.
God,
no.
no.
Uh-uh.
So, I looked at everything we did from. We went to Ember again.
Uh-huh. Because
That
it's delicious. We went for lunch earlier in the
Yes.
day,
Can
all
we
of
say?
us.
Can we just add something real quick? Went to lunch and they have like they don't have the soda fountains, which is a turn off a
For
little bit,
you,
but the
yes.
food's
Red
delicious.
flag
The
for Jared.
food's delicious.
Mhm.
And Jay's like, must be nice spending $3 on a diet Coke,
$3.50.
and I bought
No
two.
refills.
Yeah.
And I got two, and I was like, yeah, it's the waste of money, but yeah, I did it. And I said, but I'm sure you're going to spend a lot more than on alcohol tonight. And
Yeah.
how
Sure
much do you
enough.
think you spent for the whole night?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I have to check, but a lot. I mean, hundreds. Because I'll tell you,
Oh, boy.
at Ember, I got a full meal, espresso martini, and she got a glass of wine.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got to the venue, and Carol doesn't see prices.
No.
So she's just like double wine glass because you don't want. I get it. You don't want to get up during the performance, so you get a double one.
If
Which
you're going to
is-
go big.
And when they pour, if you pour wine is typically. I'm sorry. I forgot one. I forgot one aspect. As we came to park in the Marriott garage, because we like to park there. I shouldn't say that on there. It's like a secret
yeah,
spot.
thank you for that.
Sorry. We walked. It wasn't time to go to the show yet, so we went to the Marriott bar.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Dang, son.
Their
Yeah.
drinks are pricey.
Oh my gosh! So Carol got her drink, and I got my drink, and I'm not in. I forget about ounces. Like a beer's 12 ounces, so it was like between 6 or 9 ounces. So I'm like, okay, 9 ounces. That's a lot of wine.
$30 later.
Yes, for one.
I know.
And then I'm like, oh my God. Then we go to the thing, and it's like, oh, we're going to do the double because it's 8 ounces rather than 4.5 a glass, each of us. Another $50 with tip
Mm-hmm.
for 2 glasses,
Mm-hmm.
which is fine. I get it because we overdid it. Then we went to the bar, ordering, not even knowing the prices of whatever it is possible,
And paying for squids.
and squids.
Yeah.
Then the Uber before that. Then
Oh yeah.
booking a room at the Marriott.
How much did you spend that night?
Just to point, we were just going to Stomp and going home.
And Stomp, by the way, I mean, tickets for us are free.
or media
Yes,
tickets.
They're
yeah.
media tickets. They're free.
We were going to Stomp and going home.
Stomp is the name of Stomp.
He got me
I know.
saying it.
I know.
Yes, but
I
Stomp.
say it, yeah.
We were going to Stomp and going home, but then she was like, "Oh, Everly's sleeping over her friend's house tonight." So I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, let's do something since we have the chance and the opportunity. Let's take advantage of it." Well, I could have went to Temptations in Cancun for cheaper than I spent on a Friday night in Greensboro.
But as you would
man.
say, Jason,
my
you're
gosh.
stimulating the local economy.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, I get like I'm thinking if Diet Coke is Jared's drink for $3.50, well, he's saving a lot more money than I am.
And it doesn't lead me to, I make bad decisions sober, don't worry about that. But I'm just saying it doesn't lead me to spend a lot more money.
Mhm. I wake
Right.
up the next day like, what did I?
What did I do?
Well, I will
Ew.
tell you this: I had a great time, except for the videos from Josie.
Mhm.
But I had a great time the whole time. It was just funny, and me and Carol had a very good time together.
Oh,
Very good.
Oh.
And then we went to the Marriott. In fact, if there was an OnlyFans camera at the Marriott, it would probably make $100,000. That's how freaky we got.
Could have paid some drinks.
Jason.
Where's every penny?
To the point.
Did y'all have separate rooms or?
To the point where if Josie got that on video,
Uh-huh.
I would be the most mortified I've ever been in my life. Thinking about what we did at the Marriott, I feel like I'd rather have a dancing video all night at the club because what we did was bizarre as hell.
So you're saying Carol tore it up?
Ruined the sheets at the
We-
Marriott.
We just did some weird stuff.
Like you can't ever stay
Okay.
there again, probably, because
Nope,
they're gonna know.
They won't know.
Okay.
They will not
Can
know.
you just give
No,
like a
absolutely
nothing?
not. I'm so embarrassed. If this ever got out,
Was anyone on their head at some point or?
I can't even hint what it was because when I think of it, for some reason now I get kind of dry heaving.
Is it illegal in certain
Did one of you
states?
do a flip onto the other?
At the time, it seemed like it was so cool, but now I'm like, oh god, I don't want to think about it. I'm trying to eliminate that.
Please tell us off the air.
No, absolutely not. That's how
come
embarrassed I am.
Dang.
That's how embarrassed I
All
am.
right.
There's no way, and I don't think anybody's.
Oh my
I don't think
God.
anybody's
What
done
could
this.
it be? I
In
don't
fact,
know.
this is such a niche that I don't even think Pornhub has it if you look it up. But anyways, the next day,
Did it involve fruit?
I wish
Oh,
it involved fruit because that would be nothing.
Was one of you in the shower?
Did it involve
No.
salad?
No, I'm not
Tossing it.
I am not saying
Was it a
single thing.
golden time?
No,
No, okay.
that would be a lot better. But
What?
number one, it
Interesting.
didn't involve number 1 or number 2. Don't get worried.
It did
Oh,
not.
okay.
Okay.
But that still might have been better. But I don't know. That's how crazy. But
I'm gonna text Carol.
The next day, no.
I feel like
She
nothing
she wouldn't
happened.
even.
I feel like Carol
swear.
would be
It's
okay
just,
with
he's
that.
just talking it up. Nothing happened.
And
No.
Matt, I know your antics. There's no way.
I was
I know your
saying,
antics.
like, the craziest thing ever, but no one will ever know. You'll
No,
never be
no.
able to verify.
The next day, I woke up and I'm like,
My head hurts.
oh boy, how much money did we spend?
Mm-hmm.
And I turned. I'm like, I felt off a little bit. I'm like, Carol, I don't remember going to sleep at the end. Did we? Oh yeah. And then I started thinking like, oh gosh, we did, but did we continue? And we didn't know. So I had to get it in again
Oh.
just to make sure. But we didn't do any of that stuff.
He looked
Okay.
down, his testicles were missing. He's like, what did we do last night? There's blood everywhere.
We've been neutered.
Is that a tattoo?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, interesting.
Good for you.
Well, I don't know.
Good
but yeah,
for you.
Probably not.
I just saw an entertaining show and went home.
it was a different level of hotel night.
You took
Okay.
your relationship to a new level.
Yeah, I don't think
Is-
we'll be going to that level again.
And the
That was
Mormon-owned
fun.
Marriott.
Yes.
Shame,
Uh,
shame,
which,
shame.
by the
Which has
way-
an expensive bar in it.
Yes. I'm
Sublet.
surprised that the later it gets in the evening that they don't drop their prices.
You
They'd
would think
rather
they would.
forego the Marriott or
It's
a
all
hotel
the
in general.
supply and demand. So they had a show. So
Yeah.
anytime there's a show at Tanger,
Yeah.
the demand goes up because that's the hotel right there.
But it just seems that the later the night gets, that they would rather forego any sort of money coming in than to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if it's like
That's
2 a.m., it's
interesting.
like, okay, they're
Yeah.
not going to book this room.
There's an algorithm. Oh no, I booked it way before that.
Oh,
the bar
oh.
that bar closes early. That bar closes at midnight.
Yeah.
That bar
Oh, I
doesn't close
see.
at 2. And then I booked it probably an hour or two before that.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
So yeah,
with
and
the
you're
show
right,
there,
Katie.
yeah.
It is all supply and demand.
Yeah.
And I'm sure other times when there's a big concert there or something's going on downtown, the price is probably double. But just for an unplanned night,
Yeah.
it was very expensive, but worth it because we had such a good time, but very expensive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, there's always something when we all hang out.
I wish you were
There's
there,
that.
Katie. I wish you
I
were
know.
there.
I wish we went to the Swarm game. That was my very first Swarm game, and I loved it. I loved every single
Yeah, it's
thing
fun.
about it.
When did that
It was
end?
probably
Like 9? What time did it start? 7?
7.
So probably 9:30.
Yeah,
You
9.
coulda
I would say
came over.
9:30. It was with my family. I was with
Oh,
my family.
okay.
Yeah.
Like, Henry, wait in the car. Mommy's going to drink.
Mommy has to go chug a beer real quick. They would have understood.
You gotta go shotgun a White Claw
They're
real
like,
quick.
not again. Like, Mom, I'll drive us home again. It's fine.